Take it slow for a while.
Please, my husband's trapped in Axial Park.
The rocket tramp's tied up at the moment, ma'am.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
I'm sure he'll return once traffic clears up, ma'am.
John, I'm so sorry.
I have warned you enough. Stay back. I will not allow more lives to be lost.
As I told you, we're... Oh, Jedi, can you talk to him?
We've come to retake the Walker factory and the other Guardian holds.
So these people are with you, Master. I couldn't quite believe it. Not after today.
It hasn't been a good day for any of us.
I am Jari. We are all that's left of the Defenders. Like Aelin says, we can never... The Council entrusted Guardian Hold 6 to me and my friend, Aelin Calder. Just another battle together, we said. And it was at first.
Go on when you're ready.
Thank you, Master. Aelin and I were checking the sentries, just talking, when he attacked me. Not with his blaster, with the Force, like a Sith. When I could stand again, he was killing our soldiers. I tried to stop him. Now Guardian Hold 6 belongs to the Empire. How could Aelin do this? Even as we dueled, I felt no darkness. Nothing.
It's not your fault. Aelin was a sleeper agent placed by the Sith.
I didn't think the situation could be any worse. The Imperials occupy the main factory. They're making military walkers, building their own reinforcements. We must shut down the production line. But Guardian Hold 6 is a fortress with no way inside.
You escaped with many wounded. How?
In the fighting, a wall junction exploded and overloaded the security grid, but the junction will be repaired by now.
A precise hit could knock the security grid out for good.
We cannot, not from the outside. But the wall itself, that may be vulnerable. Yes, your forces could break through the wall and distract the walkers. Then you could slip in and stop production. But your soldiers will suffer heavy losses.
The sooner I stop the Walker production lines, the safer they will be. I imagine Balmora's droids know what to do with walkers.
Indeed. They'll crack the wall for you, then take those walkers apart.
Here are the codes to shut down the production line. And Master, Aelin is still somewhere inside. Please, if you find him, try to help him. May the Force be with you both.
You're all right.
Jedi, do you read? Our droids have made it inside Guardian Hold 6.
The production is shut off. No more walkers.
Don't celebrate yet. The droids report one of the Imperial Walker crews followed them and activated hostile units on the factory floor. Our droids are having a tough time. Anything you can do?
Alert the droids that friendly forces are coming.
Good, good. I can't send any more in time. Just come as fast as you can.
I knew it would be you. Did Jari beg you to save me? Jedi are rats. Stomp on one, and another comes scuttling back in.
My forces have taken your walkers apart.
Just a setback? I'll still be standing when the first sun returns. I know what you did to Blasis and Gieland and Sophia Farish. I'm not losing Guardian Hold 6 to a monster like you.
The Council understands what was done to you. There may be some way to stop it.
No thanks. The First Son himself called me to battle. I won't go back to being some Jedi sidekick. Took me a while to find the Master startup code, but it was worth it. This is for my brothers and sisters.
It's slow for a while. Talk to you just when you have time.
I sense Aelin Calder has fallen. You and your curiosities have teeth. But the Republic is still crumbling. You grasp at sand, Jedi, and it slips through your fingers.
I know you can hear me, Master. The Emperor can only trap you, not destroy you.
Fascinating.
Theron Sidrax, Master Satil, Master Jarek. They know who you truly are.
Baron. And Duras Fane. My friends. Years ago.
Enough. You shall watch, Sio, as your pupil suffers for this.
Aelin? No, he can't be. Not like this. I didn't feel anything. A single day couldn't change a whole lifetime of good work. He must have become one with the Force.
In the end, dark or light, all things are a part of the Force.
Thank you, Master. That is kind. I think you turned the tide. Many of Ty Corden's droids survived the battle. If I move the wounded here and repair the wall, I believe we can hold Guardian Hold 6 ourselves. The Republic needs its troops in Axial Park.
I take it the Republic is preparing a large offensive front.
Another of our fortresses, Guardian Hold 4, is in Axial Park. We've had reports that it too has fallen to the enemy. The Republic is planning a push. They hope to overcome the Imperials and retake Guardian Hold 4 with sheer force of numbers.
Now this Guardian Hold is secure. Our place is in Axial Park.
There is a Republic safe house in Axial Park where you could hold your councils. I shall send word to your allies. Goodbye, Master. I will try to guard this place well.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
It's okay.
Everywhere I looked, there were beasts bursting out of cages.
Get slow for a while. You're all right.
You made it through. Did the Republic have any information about Guardian Hold 4?
Bad news.
Guardian Hold 4 is far worse than the last one. I hope you're ready to hear this. Guardian Hold 4 used to be a small manor called Bakvalen Hall. Now, it's bristling with defenses, turrets, force fields. But after someone betrayed Guardian Hold 4 from the inside, it's all protecting the enemy.
If the betrayer is another child of the Emperor, capturing them might give us a way to the First Son.
Bibquet Jifmurst, Dole Giandet Bizokayest.
The Republic gave us information on Guardian Hold 4's defenses. They're serious. First, the hold has an early warning system. Sensors across the park report any approaching enemies. Then, a force field protects the courtyard, and past that, the main door is Durasteel, locked with a full security system.
Unless we get rid of those sensors in the park, we won't get close enough to address the force field or the locked door.
Jedi, you destroy the sensors. Imperials will drop the force field to investigate.
A surprise attack then would take our armies past the force field.
So we need, say, a red team to ambush the Imperials that come out after the force field is lowered.
Red team must be strong. Imperials will fight hard.
I'd welcome any insights you have.
Send commandos.
That leaves the main door. With the force field down, we can get to the power generators. We disable them, the big door unlocks. We should assign a blue team to disable those generators. A very small group would work.
Your droids would make short work of security.
We can spare a couple.
Teams will need your help later. Blue team, protection as they work. Red team, battle support.
We have a plan. Once you destroy the sensors, go to Guardian Hold 4 to help your team. Are you ready?
I am. And may the Force be with us.
Maro gialdest mat gzenki. Tom korz kil miestra hulba.
Droids report the security grid has collapsed. The main door's open. You should be able to make it inside.
Trespass, Jedi. Guardian Hold 4 now belongs to the Emperor.
This is a Republic fortress on a Republic world. I am restoring its rightful ownership.
Even after one of your own welcomed us in? We are the Imperial Guard, the Emperor's chosen. We live and die as he commands. And his first son will secure our victory. I see your weaknesses, Jedi, and how to shatter you.
A true Jedi knows how to bend, and so can never be broken.
Empty words are no defense against us. You will never reach the honored daughter. One by one, your Republic fellows will turn. All is lost, Jedi.
brother said you'd be persistent, but I was almost hoping we'd meet.
Pardon my forwardness to a daughter of the Emperor, but you should not risk yourself.
But General, a chance to speak with the SWTOR herself. You were actually mentored by the first son.
You know why we're here, and how this must end.
But I can learn from you. Look at me. I was some nobody Republic corporal until the Emperor's voice called me. I was reborn. Guardian Hold 4 seemed like such a paltry gift in return.
If you truly wish to learn, the path of a Jedi remains open.
You want me to betray my new family? I know what would please my brother. Seeing you humbled. There's so much I could still learn from you. Especially if I leave you alive.
Let's discuss terms, gentlemen.
Position secure. Pick trustworthy guards. Security grids being fixed.
The Imperial Guard will soon return. You can't survive another onslaught.
We only need to hold this position until the first son is found.
We're prepared to be reasonable, Jedi.
What are you doing?
Marion, she just defeated Imperial Guardsmen and a child of the Emperor. Think. We don't know where the first son is, but there's a government bunker below Capitol Square that's been transmitting our orders. The Republic calls it Guardian Hold 1.
The Sith will crush you for this, Gran.
After the Corellian government betrayed their people, the consequences of a Republic victory will be preying on their minds. So, with 2 Guardian Holds reclaimed, Corellia's key officials will be hiding in Guardian Hold 1. The first son has likely joined them.
We should see what the situation is in the Capitol Square.
The Commando will see.
Another of us dead because of you. It's tragic. Both Daresh's loss and your failure. Such violence. Is your devotion to balance finally slipping away?
The first son does not speak for you, Master. Your mind is your own. Use it.
You do the Jedi credit. You must fight, and I will...
Be silent. Dozens of my brothers and sisters still lie in wait. Even the best hunter's arrow only strikes once. You are going to your death.
Leave these generals for the Republic. Got Guardian Hold 1 to handle.
Capitol Square has Republic and Imperial soldiers, all fighting. No Guardian Hold 1. A Republic checkpoint is close. They may help. I send the position to everyone.
Everywhere I looked, there were beasts bursting out of cages.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Are you in charge here, Sergeant? I need to find a bunker called Guardian Hold 1. Corellian officials may be hiding there.
Oh? Yes, sir. Sergeant Rossiker, Republic Operations. You said a Guardian Hold, sir? If there's some escape route nearby, we should have been told.
It was intended to be a Republic fortress, but it's been appropriated by the enemy.
Do you have any more details on Guardian Hold 1, sir? We're not a combat unit, but we do have resources.
Imperial officers have been receiving transmissions from inside that bunker.
So the Guardian Hold isn't entirely sealed. They're in contact with the surface. Right. Any signal from inside would be scrambled, and they'll have the best equipment on the market. But our array could reconstruct it.
A military-grade communications array should track the signal in short order.
Ordinarily, yes. We just link to the communication points around Capital Square. Sir. Those points monitor and boost comm signals. But the Imperials captured them all yesterday. No one can get near them.
I have an entire reserve force to devote to this matter.
Pardon me, sir, but you'll definitely need them. There's reports that the Imperial Guard are on watch, and there's Sith with them. The Empire knows those communication points are valuable. It'll be a bloodbath.
I'll leave most of the communication points to my army and take the rest.
Some of the comm points are on rooftops. It'd take too long for one person to fight up to them. Even you, sir.
Have enough Eshka for rooftop points. You take the rest.
Sir, when you've retaken the communication points, just switch them to this channel. A few seconds will be enough. We'll do the rest, though I'm afraid the hard part is up to you. Please be careful.
Sergeant Rossiker reporting. We're triangulating Guardian Hold 1 now, sir. Please stand by. Come on. Yes! Gaia, sir, this is our best estimate of the entrance within a few meters. And I'd recommend getting inside ASAP. Our reports on that zone look like trouble.
Nothing worthwhile is ever easy.
Looks like the Imperials are trying to barricade Guardian Hold 1, sir. I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can do.
You and your men have already been very helpful, Sergeant.
We all appreciate that, sir. Good luck. Sergeant Rossiker signing off.
You promised us this place was impenetrable, Nadian.
A temporary setback, sir. She's a Jedi. She can be reasoned with.
I know the First Son is here.
We're not at liberty to discuss that. If you've come to accuse us of selling Corellia to the Empire, save your breath.
Jedi, please understand. We can all agree these consequences are unfortunate. But some of us were buying time. The Empire's offer was a chance to save Corellia and her people.
And then those same people nearly ruin everything by fighting back.
You sold their homeworld to the enemy. What did you expect to happen?
Why can nobody understand? Profit and security against inevitable annihilation. It just makes sense. I don't have to bargain with you. We'll stay right here until the Empire sends reinforcements.
Aha! Reinforcements. Oh, I am sorry.
Enough. This is your last chance to tell me where the First Son went.
Oh, yes, of course. You seek the children.
No. You're one of them.
The Emperor's words make everything clear, Jedi. The First Son will prevail, and you will die.
It's okay.
hast men jetzt gefolgbar, gegaljestenti.
Counselor Sayak was one of the children? What if I am too? What if I'm about to become some Sith puppet?
Once I stop the first son shielding his brothers and sisters, all the children will be revealed.
The first son? You can stop him, and then we'll all be fine, right? I'll be safe? There's a hatch that leads into the caves beneath Coronet City. The first son went there, to our last sanctuary.
This confrontation has been too long delayed.
Guardian Hold 1 must be held. Too many are wounded. You stop first, son. We defend your back.
Let your intuition guide you.
I understand.
Our men will give you as long as possible, but we may have to withdraw. If you succeed, meet us back at the ship.
We are ready when you are, Jedi.
Whatever happens, knowing all of you has been a privilege.
I applaud you, Jedi. Your fortitude and courage are remarkable. No one has ever proved themselves to me.
You will be free again, Master. I promise. Just hold on.
Please, Jedi. Sio has found his proper place. He doesn't have your strength, I'm afraid. Learning the shielding technique was only more evidence of your fascinating mind. But then, you chose to save Lord Vivicar, risking your own life. Intriguing.
I did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I underestimated how powerful your trials would make you. But this sudden miscalculation, not like you at all. You should never have come here without your army's protection. Losing you will shatter the Rift Alliance. The Republic will collapse. Fear, not war, will be the Republic's end. They will know the children remain, shielded by my will, and that their last hope is dead.
I act as the Force guides me, and accept the consequences.
Such a mind. You would have been unstoppable as one of us. But it's too late. I cannot let you live.
get slow for a while.
Tell me why, Jedi. I stand unique among all other men in the galaxy. Why must I be destroyed?
There is more to you than the first son of the Emperor. That part I must save.
Gone. He is...
Now, Master Seo, while he's weak, take control and unmask the other children.
I won't allow you to?
I am the one who will not allow this, First Son. I know who I am. I am Seo Bakan. I am a Jedi Master, and you have lost. It's done. The shield is broken. The children's last protection is gone.
You're safe. Your nightmare is over.
No, it isn't. He's still here. Locked away, but awake. Like Yoreshka. I never suspected. How many died because I never suspected?
You can't forget all the good you've done as a Jedi, despite having such darkness inside you.
I still have a task to complete. The First Son will never be free of my control again. I'll see to it. With the Council's help. And forgiveness.
We'll always be here if you need me, Master Seo.
I see there is little more I can teach you. I should stay here to recover, away from everyone. And thank you for fighting when I could not. You should go. Corellia and your Republic are waiting.
There has been much turbulence in the Force.
I'm glad to see you alive, Jedi. We all are.
After the First Son's shield collapsed, we suddenly felt every child of the Emperor. Their darkness screams at us. They can never hide again.
And yet we didn't sense the First Son's death. Strange.
It wasn't necessary to kill him. Master Seo broke the shield in his return to us.
You overcame the willpower of the First Son of the Emperor?
Incredible. If Seo's alive, we must bring him home to Tython immediately.
Are you sure that's wise, Satele?
Seo faces a lifetime of keeping the First Son contained, and coming to terms with himself. He needs you.
He will have all the support we can offer.
Children of the Emperor are fleeing. Imperials are leaderless.
The forces in Capital Square are en route. The Republic still has a fight, but with the Guardian holds retaken, we have an unshakable foothold.
I'm pleased I could help.
You and the Rift Alliance have done more than we ever thought possible. Unfortunately, it's been necessary to elect a new Supreme Chancellor. We must inform her of these developments. Support the battle on Corellia, then meet us on Coruscant.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, I present the SWTOR of the Jedi Order and Defender of the Rift Alliance. In my predecessor's place, I have invoked the Protocol of Special Requital, which ensures the Rift Alliance will be properly rewarded. Several billion credits for rebuilding, privileged access to new hyperspace routes, extra support for your armies, these are only the beginning.
Which should also ensure the Rift Alliance worlds never think of seceding again.
You're a quick study. The resources of the core worlds are stretched, but we will try to grant any additional requests you have.
What would serve you and your warriors best?
You wish to begin a colony? Of course. I'm sure there are plenty of worlds that would welcome you.
Hey. What about the Voss Commandos? And Gate & Co.?
Commandos will be honored. I hope for learning. New Jedi come to Voss. Mystics can teach.
The Mystics could greatly expand our conception of the Force.
We must be exceptionally careful who we expose to Voss ideas.
One Force. Jedi know dark and light. Mystics know gray. The pivot between. We can show.
The Rift Alliance no longer requires day-to-day oversight, but they'll need a spokesperson in the Senate. Someone invested with your authority.
Why, Supreme Chancellor, it'll be an honor.
Representative Alani would be perfect for this position. Besides, she's already accepted.
I'll be certain the Republic knows the debt it owes.
This is a small part of the greater victory you engineered. Yet you've asked nothing for yourself. You have the rare gift of true balance, accepting both contemplation and action. You would be perfect to fill the empty seat on the Jedi Council.
To me, that seat will always belong to Co. Bakarn.
Co can never sit on the Council again. But he should know his position will be filled by someone utterly trustworthy.
But this is only a small reward beside the great service you have done for all of us.
I am only one person, among millions from across the galaxy, who stood up in the face of evil and said no.
Though some said it more vociferously than others.
We cannot forget those who paid the ultimate price for us. We carry the burden of living up to their sacrifice.
I owe it to Father.
But in the end, this success belongs to all of us. May that spirit of cooperation continue. Thank you.
May the Force be with you. Always.
Now we can talk without sub-zero wind in our ears. Thank you. Not just for saving my guys. You got me out of Hoth. You have no idea how much I was starting to hate that planet.
I hope you feel welcome here.
If your shower doesn't freeze solid halfway through, I like it here already. You know, I missed the rest of the unit already. Even Kree. But they're going home, and that's the important thing. They've earned it. Your friend Kaizen's something else. He was asking how many kills I've made?
In Trandoshan society, an individual's status is determined by hunting.
Oh. Wonder what your status is if you say, I don't keep count. He's odd company for a Jedi Master. I've been posted all over, but I haven't met many Trandoshans. Or Jedi. I always think of Jedi Masters as being stationed on Tython, and being... well, you're more hands-on than I expected.
The Force can't dig a garden or build a city's defenses. Sometimes you must get your hands dirty.
I hear that. At least your missions aren't as hair-raising as mine were. It's been years since I slept through the night without some crisis coming up. Trandoshans, Jedi, it's all good. I'm glad to be here. You know, I did some numbers. This could wind up being the longest assignment I've had in 3 years. Scary how time flies when your mind's on other things.
Your mood does seem much brighter.
I have my reasons. Meantime, I was hoping to get better acquainted with the ship. It's got a lot of potential. Little mystery, too. I'm curious.
Old Padawans know curiosity can lead to disaster.
Then I'll trust your judgment, and admire the ship for what it is. Good news. One of my guys from Hoth got a promotion. Private Lavik made it to Specialist.
Please send him my congratulations.
Thanks. I'll let him know. He's gone to Ord Mantell for training. I was there right after my transfer from... Felucia? No, Dantooine. Ord Mantell. That posting was lousy.
I imagine it seems rather trivial since facing Captain Valon.
Hoth was a bad mission in good company. This was the other way around. I was in a unit scattering a separatist training camp, setting noise charges, ambushes, that sort of thing. But Lieutenant Jorgen had seniority, and he let me know it. Snap inspections, status reports. Every day he was up in arms about something.
Did you get used to it eventually?
I said yes, sir, when he ranted, then did what was best for the unit. Maybe I'm being too hard on Jorgen. He was a good soldier. He's probably a general by now. We did the job and didn't lose a single man. Jorgen got a commendation. I got transferred to Sirocco, then to Duro, then Hoth.
Sounds like you're constantly being reassigned. Is that normal?
Army life isn't easy. I hope Specialist Lavik appreciates what he's got. I was hoping you'd have time for a quick strategy session. I was running a few scenarios, repelling a boarding party, what if someone gets captured, stuff like that. I have to ask, what do you want us to do if you're taken by the Empire?
I'm sure I could rely on my friends to bring me home.
No problem. I'd break an arm if I tried to stop Kaizen going after you. Not a pleasant topic, I know, but it never hurts to plan in advance. Can we talk for a minute? There's something I think you should know about me.
You have my attention.
A few years ago, I was captured by the Empire. I was scouting on Altair with my friend Milo, and we ran into an Imperial strike team. I woke up in an Imperial cell with a headache.
I remember Private Kree saying something about you being captured.
Yeah, once he found out, he never got tired of needling me about it. When I managed to escape and reach a Republic ship, I realized I'd lost time. 7 days. Whatever happened to me is still a blank.
There are Jedi techniques to recall lost or repressed memories.
They tried, but all I got was stuff I've tried to forget. Medically, I'm fine, but my commanders don't like it, so I get shuffled around wherever they need an extra blaster. That's why I keep being reassigned. I just thought you should know.
I appreciate knowing this.
Better you hear it from me than someone else. You know what bothers me most? Milo Pelham, the guy who was with me on Altair, got captured too. But no one ever saw him again. I guess I was the lucky one. I've been thinking. The Republic's holding up, but we're still taking a real beating against the Empire. I'm in this to win, no question of that. But do you ever wonder what would happen if we lost?
Slavery, fear, living at the whim of some Imperial overseer. Not a prospect I want to dwell on.
Me neither. But you know me, like to think ahead. Command will have some kind of contingency plan. If the time comes to use it, I hope we're leading the charge. Remember I told you about Milo Pelham, who vanished when we were captured by the Empire? After we talked, I put his name out, in case he had a wife or kids he hadn't mentioned. Instead, I found out he was arrested on Tatooine a few weeks ago. He actually made it.
I didn't think Tatooine had any laws to break.
Milo's being held for destruction of private property. Anchorhead authorities said he's been acting nutty since he was arrested. They had to isolate him. Milo was a rock. Something's wrong.
Perhaps he was badly treated when the Empire captured him.
I have to see him myself. I can get him out, but there's a hitch. The property Milo destroyed was a starship. Owner's a gangster, and he's a little upset, so the authorities aren't too happy about setting Milo free.
He'll have all the protection he needs once we arrive.
I wrote up a signed character reference for Milo. Could you sign it too? A Jedi Master's endorsement would really speed things along.
It's my duty to help anyone who's been unjustly imprisoned.
Thank you. This means a lot. I'll send it to Tatooine, along with Milo's bail. All these years I thought he was dead. What happened to him out there? I got word from Tatooine. 6 holocalls, a few payments to the right people, and Milo's a free man. All I need to do is meet him and his security escort at Anchorhead, but Milo's still in a bad way.
We shouldn't keep him waiting.
I appreciate it, but I should probably take this one. If Milo's really unstable, too many people might scare him. I'll take a shuttle to Tatooine and see Milo get somewhere safe. Shouldn't risk him hurting himself or blowing up someone else's starship. Thinking he was dead. It was almost easier than this.
Atros Finn, a Jedi researcher on Coruscant, once treated my master. His experience may be useful.
It's worth a shot. Don't worry. I'll make sure I'm ready for trouble before I move out. See you soon. I got Milo off Tatooine okay, but heck, I don't even know where to start. Milo was trying to talk to me, but he couldn't get the words out. He kept using other languages, equations even, like his mind was shattered.
No one deserves to suffer like that.
I tried asking him about when we were captured, if he knew anything. If I understood him right, Milo said a doctor came into his cell. She showed him a glowing box. That's when it all went wrong inside his head. Thing is, Milo said this doctor used that box on me, too.
The doctor, this box she had, none of it seems familiar?
Nope. And I'm guessing that box is the reason why. So Milo's lady doctor used a glowing box on both of us. I lose 7 days of memory, and Milo loses his mind. A glowing box. Maybe a new Imperial torture device.
There are ancient relics that fit that description, too.
You're the expert, but me and Milo were nobodies. Why use an artifact on us? I think Milo tracked the doctor to Tatooine. He thought the starship he blew up was hers. He gave me a picture, assuming it's actually her, that might give us a lead. I'll see what I can find out. Any chance I can use the ship's long-distance communication system for about an hour?
The ship is your home, too. Feel free.
Great. Thanks. I want to put Milo's lady doctor into the Republic's database. I keep studying her picture, but nothing. I'm hoping it can jog something about her or that glowing box. I'm close, practically seeing her in my sleep.
Take care that you don't become obsessed with this woman.
I'm not obsessed. This is important. What if I just need one more day before I remember?
Listen to yourself. You're losing perspective.
You don't understand. Getting captured ruined Milo's life and destroyed my career. I'll never be anything more than a lieutenant. I deserve to know why. I know you're looking out for me, but imagine how you'd feel. I can't miss this chance. Still no luck with the doctor's picture. I think it's time to admit defeat.
You said yourself this may be your best lead.
I won't give up looking for her, but I don't want to turn into Milo either. Her picture's in the Republic database, so I'm going to delete my copy. I've done all I can. I have a good situation here. I won't let the past mess it up. Hey, I've been meaning to ask, have you been in any major battles? Apart from Hoth, I mean.
When the Republic has needed my help, I've always been ready.
My postings haven't exactly been stellar, but I was there for the 8-hour invasion. Did my part, watched the Imperials slink away. I'm proud of that, though what we're doing seems more important, even if the historians never know. That's quite the fighting style you have. Looks like you sneaked a few combat manuals in amongst the history texts.
There is poetry and logic in battle.
I'm used to fighting in squads. Constant redeployments taught me to sink fast with whoever's at my shoulder. Now you know your tactics, but you're not afraid of your gut instinct either. I've tightened down my style to match. Might make the Imperials think twice the next time we're cornered. You're not gonna believe this. Remember Milo's talk about a glowing box and the lady doctor he was chasing? That lady doctor turns out to be real. She sent me a message.
Lieutenant Iresso, my name is Dr. Sarah Frey. I hear you've been looking for me. I've fled the Empire. Your search has put me in grave danger. But I imagine you won't be satisfied until you have answers. I'm responsible for Milo Pelham's instability and your suffering. I could not refuse a Darth's orders.
Sounds like the Sith are involved in this.
The Sith Lord I once served, Darth Owzel, is a great scholar. He even advises the Dark Council. His speciality is ancient holocrons.
What's a holocron?
It's short for holographic chronicle. Both the Jedi and the Sith use them to store ancient knowledge.
The Dark Council trusted Darth Owzel to decipher a rare holocron for them, but Owzel saw a chance to keep its knowledge for himself. He wanted to copy the holocron into a person's mind.
I think I see where this is leading.
Darth Owzel requisitioned 2 prisoners from the Empire. You, Lieutenant Iresso, and your friend. The initial procedure was imperfect. Milo Pelham's mind simply collapsed under so much knowledge. But you were a great success.
A great success? She hid a Sith library in my head.
The recording hasn't finished.
Any Sith would kill for that holocron's knowledge. But no one will know it's there unless you tell them. All I have said is the truth. Now, please remove my image from the Republic database. I won't be safe until then. Lieutenant Felix. That's your name, isn't it? I'm sorry.
She's asking me to keep her safe? At least she's got a blasted sense of humor.
What happens now?
I need to think. Excuse me.
Master, I've marked the best escape pod for your sole use. I, of course, will go down.
This must be torture for you, huh? A library of ancient knowledge in my head and no way to reach it without me going crazy.
This isn't funny.
A ground-pounding soldier getting the wisdom of the ages? Come on, that's a little funny. I won't pretend I like this. It's a massive risk for both of us. But I've carried this data for years and never knew a thing. Besides, if anything does go wrong, I have your expertise on hand.
I'm afraid we're in uncharted territory here, Lieutenant.
I doubt Republic Command will have a change of heart if I report this. My career's still going nowhere. But, so what? You have a cause worth fighting for. I want to see it through. I need to talk to you. I got a letter from Milo Pelham. Kinda rambling, but still sounds like he's getting better. Thing is, this letter has intel about the facility where we were held. He wants me to give the intel to SIS, but it's... You couldn't call it coherent.
Start a dialogue with Milo. Ask him questions about the facility. See if he's consistent, then decide.
Seems smart. Hey, it might even help him focus. I'll get to work on a reply. It's encouraging that he's able to write it all. Maybe there's hope for me, too. So, I was doing some thinking. And my thinking is, this is the best posting I've ever had.
We'd never have come so far without your help.
I want you to know I'm with you to the end. Win or lose. I'd rather be your lieutenant than a Republic colonel. Doesn't matter what comes next for us. I've got your back. You ever think about the future? Like where you'd want to end up when all this is over?
The Order and the Republic need all the help they can get. I won't have the luxury of retirement.
My guys on Hoth always talked about going home, but for me, home was some refugee camp they closed years back. Besides, who could settle in just one world? There's always more to see. Maybe that's my retirement. Swap the blaster for a ship, start seeing the galaxy. Assuming this Sith data in my head doesn't start leaking.
I'd be concerned about this too, but you can't let it take over your life.
We'll figure it out, we always do. It's good to know there's someone I can always count on.
You got a good operation here, Jedi. But too many people. Inefficient. You can't watch them all.
Now I have you to be vigilant for me.
Consider it done. Be tough to adjust. Strange to be off Balmorra, with political power. Peace will be even stranger. I reorganized the munitions locker between political briefings. More efficient now. You have more orders?
Actually, I was hoping to talk to you.
About what?
Ty Corden said that Zenith is a code name. What were you called before?
Zenith will do. It's short. So... Ty Corden. You think he'll be a good president?
Ty's a decent man. He'll be good for Balmorra.
Good men and good presidents aren't the same. Ty's inauguration was still a victory. Greystar should have been there.
Who's Greystar?
Old friend, forget it. First victory as Balmorra's political liaison. Spoke to your diplomat, Alani. Organized a new trade route for Balmorra. She wanted a personal favor. Thought credits would look suspicious. Useful to know.
There's more to people than just what's tactically useful.
All secondary. Greystar said a friend is an enemy waiting to happen, and vice versa.
You mentioned the name Greystar once before.
He was leader of the resistance cell I first joined on Balmorra. Taught me plenty. Before everything changed. Enough. Got trade routes to organize. There's word from Balmorra. People are calling me politician, not terrorist. A good start. But I want the opposition leader's post. To critique Ty Corden, keep him honest.
Ty's an idealist. An opposition leader who knows the dirt and blood of politics will do him good.
I thought so. I want one of Ty's officials to support me. Secretary Varm would do. Ty trusts him. But Varum's rich, stubborn. Hard to persuade.
Tell me more about this Secretary Varm. There must be something we can use.
Varum's paranoid, terrified of another Imperial attack. He created a militia to guard Ty. Funds it personally. I could tell Varm that Imperials infiltrated his militia, but my people stopped them. With a little evidence, Varm owes me a favor. Easy.
Such a strategy would have to be handled very carefully.
Can but try. You think like Greystar sometimes.
You never told me what happened to him.
Greystar was betrayed. The blasted Empire got an operative into our cell. We scattered, but kept up the fight. War's over. But we lost too much. Secretary Varm came around, gave his support. One step closer to being opposition leader. System works. But there's another candidate back on Balmora. Nayland Fiskin. He's trouble.
What kind of support does he have?
People like him. War veteran, so military's on his side. Fiskin struck already. Arrested my followers back home over an operation years ago. Says they set a bomb that killed Imperials and Balmoran soldiers. Those Balmorans were traitors, selling ordnance to the Empire. Planned to destroy a village. My people saved lives.
If people know your followers made that choice, that will destroy Fiskin's credibility.
I need evidence. Greystar authorized the bombing. He kept detailed journals. The evidence I need. All Greystar's journals were destroyed on Balmora. Darth Lacris orders. Must be copies elsewhere, though.
Proving your followers innocent is a worthy cause. If you need anything, just ask.
Appreciate it. Let me try first. No one's clean. Journals might have dirt on Nayland Fiskin, too. Fastest way to neutralize him.
Let me know how the search goes.
I'll keep you apprised. Might have evidence to clear the charges against my men. I found Greystar's journals. Group of Balmoran resistance fighters were on a mission to Nar Shaddaa. Never left. They have copies of the journals.
Balmora's free, or close to it. Shouldn't they have come home by now?
These men lost contact with us. Happens sometimes. They don't know Greystar's gone, or anything else. Their leader is Kalen Jays, one of my trainees once. I should go to Nar Shaddaa, tell him the news myself.
I'm sure he'll be glad to see you, despite the circumstances.
Plus, I can pick up the journals. Efficient. Won't be gone long. Pick up a shuttle to Nar Shaddaa, meet Jays, bring the journals back. Simple. Don't get shot while I'm away. Back. Met Kalen Jays. Journals are safe.
Must have been good to see your friend again.
Not so good. Jays didn't want to give me the journals. Said Greystar left standing orders if he was killed or captured. The journals should be destroyed. And Greystar told Jays not to give the journals to me. Ever. For any reason.
How did you convince Jays to give them to you?
Shot him in the foot. Started reading on the way back. Greystar had plenty to say. He wrote in shorthand, tough to decipher. But there's enough evidence to release my men. Nayland Fiskin's charges fell apart. Need to go on the attack now, before Fiskin's campaign recovers.
You mentioned Nayland Fiskin is also making a bid to be opposition leader.
Yes. But he'll fail. Journals have some intel on Fiskin, too. Hence he took a bribe from an Imperial prisoner. Revealing it would hit him hard.
You may not have all the facts. Speak to Fiskin before you reveal it.
Don't want to be caught off guard again. No idea why Greystar didn't want me reading his journals. They're strange. So much history. Talks about people I knew. Like they're still... Back to work. Been working on my combat technique. Noticed some flaws after fighting alongside you. All corrected now.
You never know when an attack might come. Sloppy combat technique wouldn't serve us well.
Not an issue now. Jedi, you're all right. Political campaigning's heating up back home. Nayland Fiskin was rivaling me in the polls, but decided what to do. About that evidence, Fiskin took an Imperial bribe. Leaked it through the HoloNet. Hundreds of Fiskin's supporters switched to me.
You've publicly humiliated him. Be prepared for some backlash.
Already happened. Fiskin's preparing a speech to regain lost ground. Got a very talented speechwriter. He could still turn this around. I could ensure Fiskin's speechwriter has an accident. Non-fatal accident.
No accidents. You could address the Balmoran people first, and steal Fiskin's momentum.
Public speaking's not my forte.
It's easy. Relax, be honest. Let them get to know you.
This is me. I'll let you know how it goes. Polling for opposition leader begins soon. Me against Fiskin. Need one last push. Remember Greystar's journals? Managed to decipher more entries from the shorthand. Gave me an idea. Journals say Greystar smuggled out Balmoran refugees to camps off-world. Hundreds, in secret. They won't know Balmora's liberated.
Do the journals say where they were smuggled to?
I've got contact details. Helping these people is a duty, and good publicity. Should sway any undecided voters. I'll contact the refugees' leaders, but I need somewhere safe to meet.
I once attended a diplomatic summit in a cavern on Alderaan. It's quiet and secure.
Sounds perfect. I'll set it up. My own people. Can't even trust my own people.
Take a deep breath and explain what's going on.
Those Balmoran refugees. I wanted to bring them home. Already arranged to meet them on Alderaan. Then I deciphered more of Greystar's journals. Found out why he didn't want me reading them. Journals report these refugees were in contact with local Imperial officials, negotiating for food, medicine, protection.
The refugees were alone and defenseless. They likely had no choice.
Not good enough! Imperials would have offered anything for intelligence about Balmora. How many refugees gave in? Gave information and got my people killed! Greystar let it happen. But he knew I'd retaliate, so he kept this from me!
Greystar clearly didn't want these people punished for what they did.
He was too trusting! They're collaborators. Collaborators die. Or live in a cell. Already arranged to meet the refugee leaders, to help them home. But now they'll be going in chains, for conspiring with the enemy. I arrest the guilty. I prove my devotion to Balmora.
You can't do this. Those refugees are coming to the meeting in good faith.
They sold us out. They get the mercy the Imperials showed us.
You must pardon these people for their mistakes, or the Imperial occupation will never truly end.
Always Jedi words. I have to think this over myself. Decide what needs to be done. Refugees are back on Balmora. Arrived just before polling started for opposition leaders' post. Balmoran public got to see collaborators in chains. Got plenty of positive messages during the polls.
Those refugees still deserve a chance to prove their innocence.
Not my problem. Got my future to think of. Votes are in. I won, Nayland Fiskin lost. I'm opposition leader. Seat in government, everything. It feels good.
I imagine Nayland Fiskin isn't too pleased.
He's not happy, which makes me happy. Balances out. I wanted to thank you for your help. Couldn't have got that edge without you. Oh, and Greystar's journals? Put 2 blaster shots through the datapad. Destroyed. Like Greystar wanted.
I'm glad you chose to honor his wishes. Eventually.
All done living in the past. Future is what matters. Balmora's and mine. Wanted to let you know. Kind of enjoyed working with you. Not often my comrades survive this long.
My training makes me rather difficult to kill.
So I noticed. Anyway, I just wanted to say I trust you. So I'd better stick around. Keep you alive. Trustworthy people are hard to come by.
I never thought I'd say it, but good riddance to Nar Shaddaa. Nobody on that wretched moon has a speck of imagination. Take my little business. If I wasn't building devices to cheat the casinos, I was being nagged for new weapons.
So being sought out and admired for creating wonders of technology, that meant nothing to you?
You do have a way with words, my dear.
Now, we get to travel in the most darling ship. Although, I can't bear your ship's computer architecture. It's so frumpy. Mind if I give it a little flair?
If it makes you feel more welcome, go ahead.
Oh, good. I know just where to start. That horrible algorithm for the hyperdrive.
Holiday has quite the talent for making herself at home. Better leave her to it. Now, I'm sure there are more stimulating matters for you to attend to. Just one moment, Jedi. Holiday's latest viral safeguards need to upload. Quite a weighty update this week.
Someone's been busy. I should give this my full attention. Good night.
Ah, Holiday. You are unique indeed.
You and Holiday clearly care for each other.
My affections are all-encompassing, Jedi. Though Holiday is special. Her former owner never appreciated Holiday's potential. That's a hut for you.
Holiday's last owner was a hut, then?
Glorzo, his name was. He collected rare technology, but he thought Holiday was just a novelty hologram. Imagine. I made a generous offer, but some scavenger had already struck a deal for her. So, Glorzo saw the chance for a little fun.
What happened then?
Glorzo proposed a contest. The scavenger and I would head into the Val asteroid field, hopefully surviving more than 2 minutes. The first to bring back a stone from the Rukabi Major asteroid would win dear Holiday.
I hear approaching Rukabi Major is suicidal. There's too much debris around it.
I had the last laugh. Clever piloting is no match for knowing certain navigational algorithms. I got the stone, returned days before the scavenger, and exchanged it for sweet Holiday.
So you heroically rescued Holiday from the grip of a cruel hut and won her heart.
Someday it'll make an excellent holonovel. Still, this is all past. And you, my Jedi, have provided a most invigorating change from my usual activities.
That's very gracious.
Sadly, I often find words inadequate to fully express myself. Ah, excellent. We have a mystery. A package was hand-delivered to the ship. No name, aside from mine. No return address. The package contained a letter on flimsiplast, sealed inside a glass capsule. Nothing else.
That's simply fascinating.
The capsule has a marvelously puzzling lock. I've never seen such craftsmanship. Once I get it open and read the letter, hopefully I can assuage my curiosity.
This is so exciting. I wonder who it's from.
Theron's technological work is famous. Perhaps someone's trying to get his attention.
I'll get to work on this lock. If you're right, we'll know soon enough. This is absolutely intolerable. I finally get that blasted capsule's lock open, and the letter inside? Pure gibberish.
Jedi, you can make this all better, can't you?
Listen to this. AH3 20 SH4. And that's just one line.
The message is probably encrypted.
Yes, that's occurred to me too. But all our deciphering attempts have failed. AH3 33. Ah. This isn't a message, it's a chemical formula. And the letter itself smells strange. I thought it was the capsule, but what if applying the chemical to the letter had some effect?
That formula looks very complex, and you don't have a laboratory.
An excellent point.
Oh, let me make that chemical. I can do it in a snap, and I simply have to know what's on that letter. I'll get started right away.
At last, an answer. However do you do it? Your very presence sparks my inspiration.
You didn't need me to solve this.
I will not hear a lovely woman denigrate her gifts. Let me express my gratitude properly. In private, perhaps.
There's already a woman in your life, Theron.
What Holiday and I have is complex. It has its pleasures, but there are simpler pleasures. No less valuable, but unconnected, so there's no need for concern.
Even so, I don't want to risk hurting Holiday. I'm sorry.
Then we were not to be? Please excuse me. I have unfortunate news. I regret that our liaison must come to an end.
Our encounter was short, but sweet. Thank you.
You are most welcome. But our troubles don't end there. Do you remember our mystery capsule and the letter? Holiday made the chemical just as she promised. I thought applying it to the letter was the answer. But when I tried, it completely dissolved. We are left only with vapors.
There must be something else you can try.
That chemical is the answer. I know it. But without another lead... Wait. The capsule the letter came in. I kept it to study the lock. I could apply the chemical to that instead.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Your generosity does you credit, but I have everything under control. Holiday, come back online, my dear. We have a new avenue of enquiry. Success! Our mystery capsule has finally yielded its secrets. Converting the chemical to a gas was the ticket. We managed to fill the capsule.
And all these words started glowing on the inside. We found the real message. Isn't that super?
You must be very proud of yourselves.
It gets better.
The message is from the Luminatus Club, a veritable who's who of the galaxy's finest scientific minds. An invitation to join them. The Luminatus Club only accepts the best. The pioneers in their field. All these years in obscurity. And my genius has finally been recognized.
That is truly excellent news.
This means I can enter the club's annual symposium. My creations against those of my fellow scientists. The symposium winner will be the darling of the Luminatus Club. It wouldn't be unreasonable to consider them the greatest scientist in the galaxy.
You'll need something truly special to stand a chance of winning.
I think universal adoration and the symposium's grand prize are worth pursuing. Don't you? Pardon me, Jedi. I must accept the club's invitation, then start thinking of the finest symposium entry ever created. Do you have time for a chat with your fellow intellectuals?
We've been trying to think of the absolute perfect entry for the Luminatus Club Symposium.
Nothing we've come up with has quite the spectacular edge I'm looking for. Any ideas?
Holiday's a technological marvel and unique. Why not submit her?
No! What if they wanted to examine her, disassemble her? No, Holiday's out of the question. Still, you're on the right track. I need an unprecedented creation, something no one else could possibly be making. Yes. Perfect! I'll build a Vandrake generator. It was theorized by Dr. Gorman Vandrake centuries ago, but never realized.
As I recall, a Vandrake generator runs on a form of energy that doesn't exist.
A minor setback.
Besides, old Gorman Vandrake never knew about exotech, and he didn't have me to help.
A functioning Vandrake generator would prove a dozen theories, and cement my place in scientific history. Such a project! Sorry, Jedi, I really must get started. We've made some progress on the Vandrake generator. The initial equations have been difficult, but with Holiday's help, I'm almost ready to progress. I've just hit a minor obstacle. I find myself needing your help, dear Jedi.
If I can do something to make your generator a success, just ask.
I find myself in need of inspiration. On Nar Shaddaa, a particular spiced wine was a marvelous tonic. A friend has offered to send me a case, if I get him an audience with the Jedi Council.
So my role is to facilitate this audience.
It's such a small favor, practically insulting to your talents. Now, I have a message for the Council ready for your signature. What do you say?
The Council won't mind, I'm sure.
You are a paragon of compassion and understanding. My case of wine should arrive forthwith, and all shall be well. Thank you. The equations are done, and we're about to start building the actual Vandrake generator itself. But we're finding components hard to come by. My suppliers are being ludicrously unreasonable. What's an unpaid bill here or there? If only I could regain my supplier's favor, with, say, a note promising payment will be made, signed by someone trustworthy.
No one's more honorable than Kaizen. Let's ask him.
Jedi, don't be silly. You know who he means.
You have the power to do me an immense kindness with one little signature. I'd be eternally grateful.
Settling your debts will improve your reputation, and your suppliers will be more helpful.
That'll take every credit I possess. Do you want me destitute?
Would you rather be a poor man with a Vandrake generator, or a rich man whose dreams are unfulfilled?
Blasted Jedi logic! If you won't help, bankruptcy may be my only salvation. I'd better get it over with. The Vandrake generator is finally taking shape. We are a step closer to victory at the symposium. Now we begin the most crucial stage, the generator's core. And another Luminatus Club member, Shorjan Chalice, has offered to help with that.
This might be a ruse to copy the Vandrake generator.
Copying a masterpiece isn't so easy, Jedi. Shorjan wants to trade some exotech for components I need, but I left my juicier exotech artifacts back at my store. You'll pardon me if I take a brief trip home to make the trade? We shan't be away for long.
Don't start gambling and end up too poor for a shuttle back.
Hopefully Shorjan will have all the components I need. The Vandrake generator's core is crucial to this entire endeavor. It's gratifying to know the security systems at my store are still intact. Shorjan Challa sends his regards, by the way. Charming fellow, wrote his thesis on planetary shielding mechanics.
Remember, you'll be competing against him later at the symposium.
Oh, I'd quite forgotten that. Still, Shorjan actually had some salient advice to offer. Shorjan's components will certainly build the core of the Vandrake generator, but he claimed the stress of its operation will soon burn them out. My Vandrake generator will work, but it will work for a minute at most, before it is destroyed forever.
Your generator's going to be a landmark discovery. Is there nothing we can do?
The Vandrake generator is an impossible machine, Jedi. To make an impossible machine work at all is a scientific marvel. A moment's operation should be enough to win the symposium. But after that... Forgive me, Jedi, I should double-check Shorjan's calculations. There may be something else I've overlooked. Do you, have a moment?
If you want to talk, I'm always happy to listen.
You are a rare comfort in difficult times. I just spoke to Maven Wetter, head of the Luminatus Club. The symposium's coming up very soon. He said he's heard rumors about my Van Drake generator. Everyone's very... excited.
I thought you wanted them to recognize your talents.
Of course I do. I've nearly finished the generator, but Shorjan Chalice was right. When I turn it on, its core will be destroyed. That core is irreplaceable. Meaning, I have no way to test the generator before the symposium. Jedi, to be truly accepted by the scientific community's elite, I can't lose when I'm so close.
When you crave something too much, desire often serves to blind you.
And what if it's the only thing you've ever wanted? You Jedi can avoid the searing highs and lows of success and failure. I have no such luxury. I stand poised on the brink of finally proving my worth. The view is... dizzying. But so is the drop. I do believe I'm really feeling the benefits of some fresh air and exercise. Who would have thought? And your delightful company has been most beneficial.
You're most welcome.
I've refitted my equipment and streamlined Holiday's programming even further. Hopefully we should be of greater use to you. Besides, I should showcase my best work. Even in the thick of battle, you never know who's watching. What? Oh, please excuse me, Jedi. The last pieces of the Van Drake generator must have a precise exposure to the ship's engine core. I'll be right back.
Jedi, could I please talk to you for a minute? It's about Theron.
Don't be upset. Just say what's on your mind.
You're so kind. Theron's been working so hard for the symposium. It's all he talks about. It's just so rare for him to get a real challenge. I don't think he's handling it very well. Please, he listens to you. Is there anything you can do?
I'll watch out for Theron, and step in if things go too far.
Oh, thank you. You're a good friend to us, Jedi. Both me and my sweet Theron.
You're most welcome.
Just in time. A moment longer and the irradiation would have gone too far.
Theron, honey, why don't you take a break? With me.
No. Too much to do. Sorry, Jedi, I'll speak to you another time. My work is finally complete. The Van Drake generator. Dare I say, a masterpiece among masterpieces.
Theron, I'm so proud of you. I think I'm gonna cry.
Yes, well done. But perhaps you should sit down for a minute.
There'll be time for a week-long sleep later. The Luminatus Club Symposium only runs for a day. I must secure the generator for transport. Its core needs to be perfectly shielded. The core is very sensitive to nearby electronic systems, you see. Its processes could...
Are you doing all right?
Jedi, I am a complete idiot. The core of my Van Drake generator could have an application that I never considered. For Holiday. If I linked that core to Holiday's central processor, it could increase her sentience by a factor of 10, or more.
How would Holiday change if you gave her this core?
She'd be able to transcend most of her remaining technical limitations. Her slicing capability could increase, her personality would evolve. But if I remove the core, my Van Drake generator is useless. I won't have a hope of winning the symposium.
Glory is transient. Think about what and who really matters to you?
There's no time to decide. The symposium's starting soon. The entire Illuminatus Club is expecting me. I have to attend. I'll be back soon. It appears I have secured my place in scientific history. As a laughingstock. There I stood at the podium, my fellow scientists hanging on my every word. I had only to turn on the Van Drake generator, but I couldn't do it. I saw Holiday and I couldn't. When I tried to explain, I was booed off the stage.
You're helping the person you care for at the cost of your own dream.
Indeed. Thank you for giving me perspective. Now, Holiday, I think the core is ready. We can begin the installation.
Theron, I'm scared. What if it changes me? What if I don't love you anymore?
Holiday, I am a fool dancing in your shadow. But whether you favor me or not, I will always belong to you.
Theron, install it now, before I change my mind. Stacks 2 and 3 reinitializing. Transfer. Transfer.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Holiday, please speak to me.
Oh my, how embarrassing. That core is potent stuff.
Has the core made any difference yet?
I've got more space. Like there's huge empty rooms waiting to fill up. It's exciting!
It'll take time for the change to fully propagate. Holiday's systems are very complex. But in the end, her personality and sentience will increase. Exponentially. I hope we'll be able to keep up. Jedi, Holiday and I have an announcement to make.
You have my attention.
We've become rather addicted to the adventuring life. So we've decided to stay with you, indefinitely.
And my projected lifespan is long enough to keep you and any little Jedi out of trouble.
Thank you both, very much.
Wherever you go, you can always rely on Holiday and myself.
That's a promise.
Sorry, I'm still... Everything's so hard. I keep thinking Father's gonna walk in and say, "Cheer up, Nadia. The sun shines on a smile." Like I was a child. I hated it. Now I just want to hear it again.
Would it help if you heard that from me?
That's so kind, but it's not the same. I want to stop hurting. I want to be like you. You're so composed.
I just imagine anger or sadness becoming a small, gray pebble. Anyone can cope with a pebble.
I'll give it a try. Maybe as your Padawan, I'll understand better. The royal family called the ship. They asked for me personally. Can you imagine? They want me to be their new representative. They obviously don't think I'm as good as Father, but I told them my plans, and I'll earn their respect.
Taking this on has clearly been good for you.
I've cleared my head, and doing Father's work has helped too. I want to use this chance. My people could learn a lot from the Republic, especially from the Jedi.
Jedi training would benefit any Force sensitives on your world.
No one else back home has my powers. I was always sort of a freak.
When an adult joins the Jedi Order, they don't lose who they were, but they see the path they were walking very differently.
My path has a lot of broken dishes and explosions on it. With everything that's happened, it shouldn't bother me anymore. But it does. Maybe doing Father's work will be good for me. I was thinking about all the places we've been. Quesh was fun, apart from those Imperials all over our research station. And before that was the Fortitude. The galaxy's just so violent. How do you cope?
As Jedi, we look past momentary chaos and strive for the ideal. In this case, galactic harmony.
It must be why you Jedi train so hard. Sorry, I mean, we Jedi. Father could never accept the Republic wasn't perfect. He loved the dream of it. I wonder how that dream will change. For the better, I hope. Things are quiet back home for now, so I'm gonna focus on my Padawan studies. I read the text that Council sent me, but I still don't understand what a Padawan does.
A Padawan hones her combat and meditation skills, exercises temperance, and is open to the knowledge of all cultures.
So, what should I learn first, Master?
A Jedi is always patient. The results of your actions may be years, even decades away, and you must be willing to wait.
I try, but it's like lighting a fuse. I'm just putting off the bang till later. Maybe I should study something else.
Ask the Council for Master Alakwa's Meditations on a Padawan's Journey. Another perspective might help you.
Thank you. I don't mean to be so slow. Everything is so new.
Your abilities are already exceptional. You just need some theory and practice.
I want to be a good Padawan. Whatever you can teach me, I want to learn. Oh, good. I hoped you'd have some time. I've been trying to study, but Dr. Cedrix keeps coming to talk to me. He's offering to give me an astronomy lesson. You've known Dr. Cedrix longer than I have. How can I tell him no, nicely?
Tell Theron you'd love to spend time with him, once he's been through the Council's vetting process for potential mates.
But I don't want to... Oh, that would work. Still, I'd love to see Dr. Cedrix explaining himself to the Council. Thanks for the advice. I'll get caught up on my training. Don't worry. Just so you know, I may not be available for training for a while. And issues come up back home. It's a real puzzle.
Perhaps I could help you solve it.
See, a guild back home is building a new spaceport. They want me to petition the Senate for Republic help. Trouble is, the guild wants to demolish the Annex of Kespin and build the new spaceport on that site. The Annex is our oldest ruin. To be honest, it's collapsing and sort of dangerous, but it's sacred.
Is this Annex some sort of temple?
It commemorates Gavale Kespin. He died defending the capital during the Wanderer siege. Clearing another site would take months. The forests around the capital are just too dangerous. We need that spaceport, but the Annex is so old. What would you do?
Spend the credits on renovating those ruins. You'll preserve your heritage and attract Republic scholars.
No ignorance, only knowledge. All right, I'll spread knowledge. Phew, I feel better now. Thanks for talking this over with me. Do you have a minute? You know that stone I've been practicing my levitation on? I sort of, exploded it.
Are you doing all right?
Oh no, I'm fine. Not a scratch. The funny thing is, I managed to hold the stone bits together for a minute or two before it went everywhere. So, progress. Anyway, if you're wondering about the dust in the Axis corridor, that's why. Can we talk? I had a dream about that ship where Father died, but its corridors went on forever. Father was calling and I couldn't find him. Everything I've lost, I meditate and study, but it still hurts. Shouldn't my training make this better?
Your training is intended to help you handle your emotions, not cut you off from them.
I thought I'd be all serene and calm by now, that nothing would bother me. Becoming a Jedi's not easy, is it? I got word from home about the spaceport, remember? They wanted to demolish the Annex ruins and build it there? There was some grumbling, but I think everyone's settled down now. I can't believe they really listened to me. I feel like a diplomat now. But all this training, I still don't feel like a Jedi.
You're gifted. But Jedi training is a lifetime's pursuit.
It's not about where I'm going. It's where I started. I want to walk the same path you did. Go to Tython, see the Jedi Temple. Follow where the ancient Jedi went. I wouldn't be gone long enough to explore, of course. I have all your maps from the ship's computer. I'm ready.
If you go to Tython with a clear purpose, you'll get much more out of your time there.
Sure. What do you want me to do?
There's a settlement on Tython called Kalikori Village. The people there are poor and often hungry. They could use your help.
Absolutely. I'll see what I can do for them. You're the best. I mean, I appreciate your great kindness, Master. See you soon. Tython's not at all like I imagined. It was even more beautiful. Peaceful, but wild, too. I could sense something there. Like the first Jedi who broke with the Order left some of that darkness behind.
Tell me what you've learned from going to Tython.
I don't know. I talked to other Padawans. I'm much further along than some of them. They even asked me questions. It's like Tython's a place where my powers and the Jedi teachings meet. Even if I wasn't your Padawan, there's somewhere I'd belong. Thank you for letting me go there. I'll never forget it. How do you think my training's going?
Jedi training can only be judged over years, but you've made a very promising start.
I thought so. I feel different. More myself. I've got a level of control I've never had before. It's great. I want to keep going. Listen to this. A woman back home asked me for advice. From what she says, it sounds like our little boy is Force sensitive. She's asking what she should do for him, but I don't know what to tell her. She seems to think I know everything.
You'd be surprised how many people believe we have all the answers.
No wonder you look so stressed sometimes. Okay, I'll tell her I'm meditating on it. I'll come up with something. I've been thinking about home. The training's helped me be honest with myself. I'm not going back. I'll be their representative. But too much has happened for me to just settle there again, and I'm happy about that. You've given me a new life. All I want is to see the next horizon and keep learning with you.
I'll remember that next time you say I'm working you too hard.
Next time I'll think my wording through. Come on, time's wasting and there's so much to do. While you were fighting out there, I could feel it. Like I was sharing your weapon and your injuries, but I was still myself too.
Sometimes a master and a Padawan build up such a strong rapport, the Force flows through them as one.
I read about them, but actually experiencing one. It wasn't a bad feeling, just odd. Being connected to the Force on 2 levels, it might be fun to feel it again.
Krasnokresare Ognok, Brandenbursk, Skuvdeltras, Ortargorsk, Skocharadmask Osla, SWTOR, Untapolua, Jorskaun Pokret, Tosha Plukshik Pakna, Shiverskars, Zademo, Janor Foita.
It's shameful such a thing happens in the Republic.
Dosk Changa Raschak, Shiverskars, Gus, Zonkelis, Korra, Skocharadmask Osla, SWTOR, Untapolua, Jorskaun Pokret.
She never told me how you first ran across each other.
Oras Tajaba, Kurkunska, Oreflex, Kwarjo Raunor, Do Unska, Lohasamar Klix Tulama, Morta Vrapsak, Doskaskores, Shiverskors, Navrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Tretas. Garnis Hisaknak Onath, Skuvdeltras, Korgakeran, Zevrenzezek, Janor Foita, Minsk, Bawil Beyagasosis.
If that's just the claw, I'd hate to encounter the creature it came from.
Rakilhuglex, Santalis, Ortargorsk, Oras Tajaba, Kurkunska, Oreflex, Kwarjo Raunor, Do Unska, Janor Foita, Zademo, Ragorand, Rakilhuglex, Knas.
A whole planet of Rancors and Mandalorians? You must have enjoyed that.
Tornor Basruk, Endekrusk, Santalis, Morta Vrapsak, Ringhods Ruk Sark, Brakva Grenok, Durkikachos, Ganaxlisik Jek Jask, Ruktar Krivo Kirbenas, Gorakrates.
Imagine, without the war, there'd be only soft acolytes and crazed hermits to challenge us.
Shiverskors, Navrasisik, Tretas, Grelkevskuna, Raktels, Woktraksrok, Telskik, Krak. Garnis Hisaknak Onath, Skuvdeltras, Korgakeran, Zevrenzezek, Lohasamar Klix Tulama, Morta Vrapsak, Doskaskores, Shiverskors.
Surely the scorekeeper's herald has no need for credits?
Krasnokresare Ognok, Brandenbursk, Skuvdeltras, Ortargorsk, Radosk Brakshenis, Vetoskusarsk, Parsk Potrak, Orkankesk, Janor Foita, Zademo, Ragorand, Rakilhuglex, Knas.
The Trandoshan and Wookiee hunting grounds. You're fortunate to have all your limbs.
Radosk Brakshenis, Vetoskusarsk, Yuktak, Ringhods Ruk Sark, Brakva Grenok, Durkikachos. Navrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Tretas.
I've heard that vicious Terentatek hunt in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands.
Lohasamar Klix Tulama, Lekatrenis, Rag Oras Tajaba, Kurkunska, Oreflex, Kwarjo Raunor, Do Unska, Tosha Plukshik Pakna, Shiverskors, Zademo, Janor Foita.
You must have something to show for such a hunt besides a scar.
Dosk Janga Rasjak, Shiverskorsk, Zonkelis, Korla, Svetod Trangis, Nakagor Aryak, Skocharat Mask Osla, Svetod Trangis, Utapolua, Yorska Pokret. Bizade Mohargask, Wakavas, Gurksasek, Otrafels Kojek, Durnak Vrak, Kexes Yazek, Krivo.
There's no tremor in the force that I can perceive.
Gumrak Jas, Otrafels Kojek, Kavas, Belski, Vrak, Ringhods, Ruk, Sark. Radosk Prakshakis, Vektoskus Zarsk, Parsk Potrak, Vorkankisk. Tosha Plumchik Bakna, Shiverskorsk, Zademo, Yanor Foita, Ringhods, Ruk, Sark, Brakva, Grenok, Durkakachos.
What are you planning?
Krasnokresarek Oglak, Brantergorsk, Skuvjeltras, Ortargorsk, Lohasamar Kriks Tulama, Mortavrapsak, Doskastores, Shiverskorsk,
The Scorekeeper's Herald should witness such an act of reverence.
Verkrades, Tosha Plumchik Ruk, Sark, Ringhods, Grelkevskunak, Raktels, Voktraksrok, Belski, Vrak.
You're all right. Don't have all the fun.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Not even the scorekeeper could resist.
Besade Mohardas, Barkavas, Gurksasek, Otrafels Gojek.
And who might you be?
Rag Oras, Kajaba, Gurkunska, Oreflex, Rajo Raunor, Do Unska. Janor Foita, Bisademo, Rag Orand, Rakil Urglex, Nas. Wajur Lambasas, Parsk Botrak, Nodrax.
That still doesn't explain why we should have to go. We haven't seen your Dusk Shadow.
Skocharag Mas Osla, Spetod Tranis, Gundapolua, your scam pokret, Dos Tanga Rastak, Shiver Skorsk, Gus, Zonkalis, Korra. Tosha Plumchik Bakna, Shiver Skorsk, Zademo, Yanor Foita.
Even if these charges go off, you can't predict what aftershocks they could cause.
Skocharag Mas Osla, Spetod Tranis, Gundapolua, Your scout pokret. Paterdos. Skuriak dunchek. Nakrak. Skočarad mas osla, SWTOR trangis, kunta polua, your scout pokret. Natrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Dretas, Wajulambasarsk, Parsk Potrak, Nodreksk, kunta polua. Bisade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Otrofelskodjek, Lohasan Mark Flix Tulama, Morta Vrapsak, Doskaskores, Shiverstors, Brandenworsk, Parsk Potrak, Kirbenas.
Lek needs guidance from a more experienced hunter, like you.
Grelkevskunak, Raktels, Voktraksrok. Telski, Krak, Janor Forita, Bizademo, Ragorand, Rakilurglex, Knas, Wajulambasarsk, Parsk Potrak, Nodreksk, Kuntapolua.
I've never heard of the Shakoyagu before.
Tornor Basruk, the Endekrusk, Sankalis, Morta Vrapsak. Bisade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Otrofelskodjek, Natrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Dretas. Tornor Basruk, the Endekrusk, Sankalis, Morta Vrapsak.
Talk about whatever you wish, Kaizen.
Ragosk Prakshagis. Zarsk, Parsk Potrak, Organkisk. Bisade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Otrofelskodjek.
Let's take your mind off it. Explain this rite of passage a little more.
Lohasan Mark Flix Tulama, Morta Vrapsak, Doskaskores, Shiverstors, Dosk Changa Rasjak, Shiverstors. Zonkalis, Korra, Tosha Blumchik Pakna, Shiverstors, Bizademo, Janor Forita.
What has changed, do you think?
Rag Oras, Tajaba, Kur Unskara, Oreflexi, Kvarjo Raunori, Do Unskka, Skočarad Mask Osla, SWTOR trangis. Kuntapolua, your scout pokret.
Does it hurt when you shed your skin?
Wajulambasarsk, Parsk Potrak, Nodreksk, Kuntapolua, Janor Forita, Bizademo, Ragorand, Rakilurglex, Knas. Doskaskores, Oreflexi, Kvarjo Raunori, Tosha Blumchik Pakna, Shiverstors, Bizademo, Janor Forita.
You may raid our medical supplies. Take what you need.
Ni edes. Ganaxlis Jash. Yanor Forita. Izademo. Ragorand. Rakil Urglex Nas. Skocharat Mars Osla. Svetod Trangis. Utapolua. Your scout pocket.
After you've completed your rebirth, what happens then?
Navrasisi. Odortikcha. Mordavrapsa. Gretas. Skuriak nunche. Nakrak. Kovgeltras. Shiverskors. Patja runur. Grelkevskunak. Raktels. Voktraksrok. Telski. Krak. Rasmuklesare Ognak. Brandenhorsk. Skuvgeltras. Ortargorsk. Yanor Forita. Izademo. Ragorand. Rakil Urglex Nas.
You must feel much better now that your ordeal is over.
Sisknam. Yanor Forita. Rag Oras Tajaba. Kur Unskara. Oreflexi Kvarjo Raunor. Do Unskka. Grelkevskunak Raktels. Voktraksrok. Telski. Krak.
So the person you were nourishes the person you're becoming.
Potomorsk. Oras Tajaba. Wajulambasarsk. Parsk Potrak. Nodorsk. Utapolua. Dosk Changa Raschak. Shiverskorsk. Zonkelis. Korra. Ringhods Ruk Sark. Brakva Grenok. Durkikachos.
It'll be a good way to celebrate your return to life.
Radosk Prakshakis. Vetoskus Zarsk. Parsk Potrak. Organkisk. Wajulambasarsk. Parsk Potrak. Nodorsk. Utapolua.
I take it this was all part of some plan.
Organkisk. Radosk Prakshakis.
In other words, you wait until your prey is as weak as possible, then you strike.
Doskaskores. Oreflexi Kvarjo Raunor.
I have no wish to fight you, but if you attack Kaizen, I will retaliate.
Skorsk. Kitoran oras kajaba kurkunskala. Skocharat mas osla. Spetod tranis. Kundak polua. Your scam pokret.
You used information your enemy didn't have. A powerful weapon. Good work.
Dosk changa rasjak. Shiver Skorsk. Gus. Zomkelis. Korra. Besade mohargas. Barkavas. Gurk sasek. Outerfels project.
Did you recognize the Trandoshan you saw?
Gorsk Rana. Odar Dikcha. Besade mohargas. Barkavas. Gurk sasek. Outerfels project. Lohasan mar kliks tulama. Morta vrapsak. Doskas skores. Shiver Skorsk.
If you intend to find Venib, you won't be hunting alone.
Shiver Skorsk. Navrastisik. Rektas. Skocharat mas osla. Spetod tranis. Kundak polua. Your scam pokret. Telski. Krak. Ringhods ruk sarp. Radosk Brakshakis, Vectoskus Zarsk, Parsk Potrak, Vorkankisk. Skuna, Raktels, Voktraksrok, Telski, Krak, Besade Mohargask, Barkavas, Gurk Sasek, Outerfels project. Tosha Plumchik Bagna, Shiver Skorsk, Besade Mo, Yanor Forita.
You've hunted across this galaxy for years. Surely someone owes you a favor.
Ragorans, Kovjentras. Rasmukresare Oglok, Brandergorsk, Skovjentras, Ortargorsk, Navrasisik, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Rektas.
If Mako might know something about Venib, let's not waste any time.
Skocharat mas osla, Svetod tranis, Kundapolua, your scam pokret. Rag oras tajaba, kurkunskala, oreklexi kvarjo raunor, do unskka. Tosha plumchik bagna, shiver skors, izademo, yanor forita. Rag oras tajaba, kurkunskala, oreklexi kvarjo raunor, do unskka.
Why not find a mate and raise a family?
Bakavast, Svetod, Rasmukresare oglok. Skocharat mas osla, Svetod tranis, Kundapolua, your scam pokret. Lohasan mar kliks tulama. Morta vrapsak, Doskas skores, Shiver Skorsk.
You wanted to talk, Kaizen?
Dosk changa rasjak, Shiver Skorsk, Zomkelis.
Not if you keep calling me a soft thing. I remember what that means, you know. Huh. Kaizen says you're a herald. You look like a Jedi to me.
According to Kaizen, I'm the Scorekeeper's herald. It's a long story.
As nicknames go, I'd look for something a little snappier.
Rasmukresare Oglok, Brandergorsk, Skovjentras, Ortargorsk.
Hunt. You know, if you hunted crooks instead of animals, you'd be a household name. Okay, I got a Veneb Drosk. Trandoshan, former bounty hunter, retired. That him?
Going from hunting for money to selling information is a small step. He may be the man we want.
After he retired, this Veneb became some big shot Trandoshan clan leader. Just suddenly shot up the ranks. Oh, shot up the ranks after a lot of his rivals went missing, usually on hunts. Interesting, huh?
Ako iswas, Lord Vanjas, Gas.
Veneb identified Trandoshans going through Shikoyagu, ones who challenged his power and told Gwora who to kill.
That's all I got on this Veneb, but it should be enough for you two to find him. So Kaizen, we're square on this, right? No more favor is owed?
You've been very helpful. I think we can consider this even.
Hey now, don't go soft on me. I like you fine as you are. See you around, Kaizen. Take care of yourself and your herald.
Lohasan mar kliks tulama. Morta vrapsak, doskas gores. Shiver stars. Radosk Brabjagis, Victoskus Zarsk, Parsk Potrak, Organkisk, Ganaxlis Jack Jash, Ruktar Krivo, Kirbenas, Gorakrades, Yanor Forita, Izademo, Ragorand, Rakil Urglex, Nas.
If we go to the elders and explain Veneb's crimes, they'd never make him a clan speaker.
Ringhods Ruk Sar. Brakva Grenok, Lurkikachos, Skojarad Mask Osla, Svetod Trangis, Untapolua, Yorska Pokret, Grelkev Skunak Raktels, Voktraksrok, Telski Krak, Radosk Brakshagis, Vektoskus Zarsk, Parsk Potrak, Vorgankisk.
If the scorekeeper sees Veneb's heart, then she must also see yours. She understands you can't let him escape judgment.
Orslo Orok, Rukwa, Nas, Ruktar Krivo, Kirben Nas, Vetoskus Zars, Dornor Basruk, Endekrusk, Zankalis, Morta Vrapsak, Yanor Forita, Izademo, Ragorand, Rakil Urglex, Nas. Do Unskka, Kunak Raktels. Besade Mohargask, Bakavas, Gurksasek, Otrofels Lohasan Mar Klix Tulama, Morta Vrapsak, Doskas Gores, Shiver Stars, Ram Oras Dajaba, Kur Unskala, Orvex Kvarjo Raunor. Do Unskka.
So you've not only trapped Veneb into facing you, you've placed the law on your side. Good work.
Dornor Basruk, Endekrusk, Zankalis, Morta Vrapsak, Rasmukresarek Oglok, Randergorsk, Skuvjeltras, Ortargorsk.
Maybe I could help settle this dispute.
Garnis Hisaknak Onath, Skuvjeltras, Gorgakeran, Zevren Zezek, Ringhods Ruk Sar, Brakva Grenok, Lurkikachos. Besade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Outerfelskojek, Dosk, Tanga, Rastak, Shiverskorsk, Gus, Zonkalis, Korra. Ran Oras, Kajaba, Gur Unska, Oreklexi, Quajo Raunori, Do Unska. Navrasisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsa, Gretas. Ran Oras, Kajaba, Gur Unska, Oreklexi, Quajo Raunori, Do Unska.
Kaizen and I know how you've come this far, and it's not through hard work.
Garnis Hisaknak Onath, Skuvgeltras, Korgakeran, Zevren Zesek, Wajur Lambasarsk, Parsk Botorak, Modraksk, Gundapolua, Besade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Outerfelskojek.
So this is all a lie, but somehow you know a Wookiee was involved?
Skocharag Mask Osla, Spetod Tranis, Gundapolua, Yorska Pokret, Bakavask, Spetod, Rasmukresare Oglok, Dosk Tanga Rastak, Shiverskorsk, Gus, Zonkalis, Korra. Ganaxlisik Jack Jash, Ruktar Krivo, Kirbenas, Gorakrades. Besade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Outerfelskojek.
What of your score?
Skocharag Mask Osla, Spetod Tranis, Gundapolua, Yorska Pokret. Tosha Plumshik Bakna, Shiverskorsk, Zademo, Yanor Forika. Wajur Lambasarsk, Parsk Botorak, Modraksk, Gundapolua, Ran Oras, Kajaba, Gur Unska, Oreklexi, Quajo Raunori, Do Unska. Wajur Lambasarsk, Parsk Botorak, Modraksk, Gundapolua, Dosk Tanga Rastak, Shiverskorsk, Gus, Zonkalis, Korra.
Veneb was a deceiver and a murderer. Following him would only have led you down a dark path.
Besade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Outerfelskojek. Doskas Gores, Oreklexi, Quajo Raunori. Lohazan Marklix Tulanga, Lekkan Renis, Navrasisi, Odortikcha, Rantelvendes, Grelkevskunak, Raktels, Voktraksrok, Telski, Krak.
They need guidance, Kaizen, and there is much you could teach them.
Dosk Tanga Rastak, Shiverskorsk, Gus, Zonkalis, Korra.
Think. You could teach them to hunt honorably, to serve the scorekeeper.
Dornor Basrungo, the Endekrusk, Zankalis, Morta Vrapsak, Besade Mohargask, Bakavask, Gurksasek, Outerfelskojek.
Remember, they've just lost their leader. You need to restore their spirits.
Ringhods Ruk Sark, Trakva Grenok, Gurkikachos, Yanor Forika, Zademo, Ragorant, Rakil Urglexis Nas, Kripsulamba, Ki Ragoras, Skocharag Mask Osla, Spetod Tranis, Gundapolua, Yorska Pokret. Rasmukresare Oglok, Rantergorsk, Skuvgeltras, Ortargorsk.
Providing you with the highest level of service is my greatest pleasure, Master. And I am not just
Brakva Grenok, Tajaba, Modulambasas, Ganaxlisik Jack Jash, Ruktar Krivo Kirbenas, Gorakrates, Ojegrapnor Ask Yanor Forina, Nat Vooja, Morta Vrapsak.
Don't worry. You're intelligent, capable, and devout. Exactly the role model they need.
Bisadi Mohargas, Bakavas, Gurksasek, Otrafels Kojek, Yanor Forina, Bisadimo, Ragorand, Rakil Urglex, Nas.
If you ever want advice, I'll be here.
Dosk, Janga Rasjak, Shivir Skorsuk, Gus, Sonkalis, Korra. Dornor Basruk, the Endekrusk, Sankalis, Morta Vrapsak. Yukuk, La Chaz, Skuvgertras.
Coming from you, that's quite a compliment, Kaizen.
Brakdas, Tojek, Flix Tulamba, Bisade Mohargas, Bakavas, Gurksasek, Otrafels Kojek, Dornor Basruk, the Endekrusk, Sankalis, Morta Vrapsak.
The ship would never be the same without you.
Dosk Janga Rasjak, Shivir Skorsuk, Gus, Sonkalis, Korra, Grespos Vrak, Korra, Sonkalis.